Would you recognize a Muay Thai champion if you met one in the street? In cities across North America and around the world, elite martial artists are often indistinguishable. The sun-up to sundown commitment, the rare combination of strength, discipline, and skill often go unrecognized in the modern world. But soon these warriors will be given the opportunity to test themselves in a ring of truth. On September 2nd, the world's best will come together for the first time in history on American soil. Here at the Walter Pyramid in Long Beach, California, their roads will converge, united by one common goal: to be the best. Welcome to an all-access, behind-the-scenes view of the modern-day Muay Thai warrior. We take you into the fire.
Definitely the most beautiful thing about Muay Thai is how violent it is, yet how graceful it is, you know, the emotions behind it. You know, it's known as one of the most brutal stand-up sports there is.
I wouldn't fight stand-up Muay Thai. I never have. I fought boxing, a couple pro boxing matches, but Muay Thai is rough.
You know, because there is nowhere to hide. You know, if you're punched up, you're getting kneed, you're getting elbowed. If you're standing out, you're getting punched, you're getting kicked. There's no break. You know, there's no point in the fight when you can say, oh, I can sit here for a minute and rest. You're always fighting, and everything you do is painful, you know.
I'm the most dangerous when I'm hurt, because that's when my survival instincts kick in, is that I'll survive no matter what.
Number one, that's what you want to be. You don't want to be in second place, because second is not enough. You just did not enough to become the number one.
Because the thing is, when somebody hits me, I want to hit them back.
Yeah, I've never came out of a Muay Thai fight uninjured, unhurt.
Seven years into his Muay Thai career, 30-year-old Kevin Ross is America's greatest contender. A U.S. super lightweight champion poised to join the world's elite.
I want to fight anyone that's right there at the top, in the top 10. I want to fight the best there are and just push myself and see where I'm at compared to the rest of the people in the world.
His entry into the Muay Thai Premier League, beginning with his fight in October, will see Kevin emerge from the scattered local field to test himself against the very best in the world. But as we catch up with him, he's focused on a more immediate goal. In 2 days, he'll fight Thailand's Siddhisak Porsirichai in his adopted home in Las Vegas. Meanwhile, in San Francisco, two of the world's best female fighters train in the same gym and train with the same coach, Kieran Fitzgibbons. Both are undefeated and hold titles. The issue, it seems, is that they now fight in the same weight class, and both are entered in the new Muay Thai Premier League. A showdown in the ring seems inevitable.
You know, for me, the most important thing is, as a Muay Thai fighter, is staying the undefeated world champion. Muay Thai comes from Thailand. People in Thailand have a way why they do things. And in Holland, we have also our own reasons why we do things. We like to box, switch things up. And in Holland, everything makes sense.
26-year-old Dutch fighter Germain de Randamie is among the most dominant warriors in Muay Thai history. She began her career 10 years ago as a teenager in the Netherlands, where the sport has a strong following. Her performance in the ring since then has been astounding. She holds title belts in 3 different weight classes and has fought 45 professional Muay Thai bouts without registering a single loss. Germain has faced opponents from Europe, Asia, and America, and demolished all challengers. Like Michael Jordan in basketball, she has redefined the concept of excellence in women's Muay Thai, almost elevating her above the sport itself. She's been so successful, in fact, that she reached a point where she couldn't find any Muay Thai opponents willing to fight her.
Oh, I'm getting killed up here.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to stay motivated. Yeah, because I love Muay Thai, and I gave up so many things to become that fighter and to live my dream. And if you're having no opponents or people don't want to fight you, it's very hard to stay motivated, because I love to go to the gym, but I also want to fight and stay active.
The situation led her to seek new challenges in the world of mixed martial arts.
I switched it up right now with MMA because I love to fight. That's my whole life.
All right, let's go.
In San Francisco, she trains with her mixed martial arts coach, Miriam.
She is dove into MMA. I think that there are more Thai fights out there for her. I think that she's going to fight Thai again. It's just who, what, where, when, and how that it happens. And I just want to make sure that she understands that being the best in the world in Muay Thai, that she can be the best in the world in MMA as well. She has that potential.
Quickly, let's go! Uppercut, hook, cross. Uppercut, hook, cross. All right, opposite kick.
Miriam is in the unique position of training 2 of the top-ranked female Muay Thai fighters in the world. He's been working with Germain for the past 5 months, and since roughly a year before she arrived, he's also been training Miriam Nakamoto. Miriam is also undefeated. With a record of 13 wins and no losses at age 34, she holds 3 title belts. Despite Germain's dominance, many have considered Miriam the best pound-for-pound female Muay Thai fighter in the world. She is certainly the best, born in the United States.
Miriam, at this point in her career, she's a 5-time world champion. She's 13-0, and she's one of the most fiercest female fighters I've ever met. There's a mental toughness that is incredible, and then there's also a vulnerability.
Miriam attributes her recent rise to the top of the Muay Thai ranks to her work with the coach she shares with Germain, Kieran Fitzgibbons.
I'd be struggling with something and I would need somebody to talk to, and Kieran would be that person at 12 o'clock at night. And a lot of coaches don't want to put in that time. I think he saw potential and value where other people didn't look that deeply.
The results of having that person she could rely on in her corner speak for themselves.
I like being destructive and violent. It's fun. And it's so raw. Like you just eat some bloody steak, just like a cave woman. It's awesome, primal.
Miriam has, until recently, been the most successful fighter in her San Francisco gym. Germain's arrival changed that.
The level of talent, the level of skill goes up. Just steel sharpens steel, that old saying. So having caliber fighters of Germain and Miriam's level, everybody gets better when they're training with fighters like that.
It's funny, Kieran actually brought her in for me. He told me that. He brought her in for me so that, because he's figured steel could sharpen steel, and who's gonna be the best, who's the sharpest steel? It's Germain. And so she came, and she hasn't worked with me. And I don't think she will.
If the presence of 2 top female contenders in the same gym has created tension, undefeated Germain seems oblivious to it.
How do I feel being in the gym with another #1 top competitor in my weight class division? I feel okay about it.
Both Miriam and Germain will fight in the Muay Thai Premier League in September, setting them on a collision course that could see them stand toe-to-toe in the ring.
I think both girls are open to it one day if it happens, you know. And if it does, you know, the world of Muay Thai will get to see probably the best female fight of all time.
I'm open to it, but, you know, whatever. Teammate schmeemate.
We will face off, and I will fight Miriam Nakamoto. We keep it strictly business. We're gonna fight, we're gonna bang, and the best fighter will win.
In Los Angeles, a fighter nearing the end of his career prepares to settle a decade-old score. 38-year-old world super welterweight champion Baxter Humby has built a magnificent career despite the fact that he was born with only one arm. A super fight at the event in September will give him a rematch with Australian fighter John Wayne Parr.
The first fight with John Wayne Parr, you know, I kind of missed my opportunity because he was one of the best to prove that I am, you know, one of the top level fighters in the world. And so basically this is kind of a grudge match for me personally and for the loss and for, you know, basically the stepping stone would have been like, you know, I would have been on top of the world by beating one of the best at that time. When I fought John Wayne Parr and my coach threw in the towel, it was very upsetting to me because, you know, I wasn't in trouble. I was ready to fire him.
What haunts him is not the loss, but that someone else decided for him what he could not do. Since Baxter was born with only one arm, he has spent a lifetime proving his doubters wrong. The Canadian fighter has never let his disability stand in his way. He was a Paralympic runner in 1992, and after becoming a Canadian kickboxing champion in 1996, Baxter moved to Los Angeles to devote his life to Muay Thai. At his gym in Las Vegas, Kevin trains hard for his upcoming fight, just 2 days away.
You definitely get in a zone when training. You're in that zone where things are just clicking and you're not thinking about how tired you are, how hurt you are. And that's a really great place to be when you're just flowing, you're not thinking, you're not feeling, you're just doing.
Though his record is 35 wins and 8 losses, Kevin has never been defeated under the guidance of his current trainer, Master Nope.
เพราะเขามีความตั้งใจดีความตั้งใจซ้อมขยันซ้อมแต่เขาขยันซ้อมโอกาสหน้าเขาก็คงจะดังมากกว่านี้เพราะว่าเขาก็อยากเพราะเขาได้เป็นแชมเปี้ยนแล้วเขาได้เป็นแชมเปี้ยน2เส้นแล้วแชมเปี้ยนในอเมริกันเขาเป็นแชมเปี้ยนคนแรกแชมเปี้ยนสภาUFC ไทยที่ไทยยอมรับเป็นเควินคนแรกที่ได้แชมเปี้ยนไทยแลนด์
Even amid the crowds of a big city like San Francisco, the life of a professional fighter can be a solitary one. Some, such as Miriam, like it that way.
I've been on my own since I was 14, so a lot of fighters, if they don't have their parents around, if they don't have their community around them, they're not as strong. For me, I've always just never had anybody. But possibly, I wouldn't be as great of a fighter as I am if I had.
Germain has lived through her share of loneliness too, perhaps never more so than after her first mixed martial arts bout. In that fight, she experienced the first and so far only loss of her professional career.
People don't want to talk to you anymore. Promoters that don't give you money. You have to pay your own medical bill. But you're in the other side of the world and you gotta buy yourself your own cab back to the airport while you're injured. People, when you get home, don't want to talk to you anymore because you lost. You're not the #1. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna be a tough girl. You know, I've cried like a little baby. You know, and I was wondering, how can a human being like that? Because everybody will face some kind of loss in their life. It doesn't matter in which way. Everybody will find somebody that's better in something.
To move forward, she needed to move on, across an ocean and a continent, away from her trainer, her job as a nurse, and her family. Though her drive to compete made it necessary, leaving everything and everyone she knew was not easy.
My mom fully supports me, you know? 1,000,000%. She also said to me, Germain, pack your stuff, move to the United States, follow your dream.
If you hit me hella hard in the leg, or I drop first, whoever loses gets a cupcake.
If we
Deal?
go,
Deal, yeah.
5 months after landing in San Francisco, she has already developed an intense friendship with another fighter, Jenna Castillo, and she has found a second mother in Kathy Castillo.
the thing I have with Jenna is it's magical. I don't know. It clicked right away. You know, I mean, we have a very strange friendship. I mean, we fight each other bare knuckle, we slam each other, we bite each other, you know, we spar, we train, we yell at each other, we hit each other bare hand. I mean, with shoes, with everything you can hit each other. I can walk out here, I throw my shoe at her head, and it's on. Boom.
Let me tell you where I lose the most sleep. The day that I know Jenna's gonna be coming in to train with Germain because I'm worried somebody's gonna lose an eye.
It's the dynamics. They're not really fighting. Okay, yes, Germain has drawn blood on Jenna, but it was never done with bad intentions. They're enjoying it, they're having fun, but beneath it all, you know how much respect and love they truly have.
My time schedule. Are you touching me? Seriously? I'm trying to answer a question. Please put your hand down. This is my half, that's your half. Okay. I'm trying to answer a question.
Okay, all right, go on.
Since relocating, Germain has resumed her former dominance, winning all 3 of her subsequent MMA fights.
I faced my worst demons, and I conquered them, you know? I survived. I came back, and I was stronger. And now I'm stronger, way stronger, mentally, physically, and like I'm a newborn. I'm back, and I'm having fun again. And I think that's the biggest goal I've ever accomplished.
Now, the stage is set for the next chapter of her Muay Thai legend. The Premier League that kicks off with her fight in September presents her with the supply of elite opponents that eluded her back home. Losses can often shape a career more than wins. How fighters deal with loss becomes a defining part of them. In Los Angeles, one-armed fighter Baxter continues to grapple with the one loss he cannot forget.
Probably a lot more doors would have opened up, and I wouldn't be 38. I probably might have retired already. My wife would be a lot happier.
Baxter has a bit of revenge that he needs to take care of. I think he took that loss very hard, and that's a chip on his shoulder that he needs to break loose.
John Wing Park put him right where the corner so he cannot move. Right. And they ran a big hand over there on him. Every blow from John Wing Park is very powerful.
Okay, this is the second stay counting now.
Okay.
Okay.
He coming this time going to be more damage. Okay. I'm not going to let that happen.
6 more seconds.
Doesn't matter.
6 more seconds.
6 more seconds. 1 second.
Let
me tell you something.
He was still moving. He was still moving. They were like
let me tell you something.
They were 10 feet apart.
Let me tell you something. To land a big blow and have a brain damage, it doesn't take 6 seconds. It takes only 1 second.
Once I know that he has a fight lined up, I can't sleep for weeks, or I have nightmares for weeks about, is he going to get hurt? What's going to happen to his good arm? Is there going to be permanent damage?
The next fight with John Wayne Parr, what's going to be different is I'm going to be 100% prepared for John Wayne Parr. It's not going to be a last-minute switch. My training regimen is going to be geared to fight John Wayne Parr. He's a stand-up fighter, likes to stay in front, so I'm going to use my counter and my speed to make him miss and counter, and use my head to basically avoid punches rather than as a punching bag.
John Wayne Parr has stated he expects the fight to offer no challenge.
I'm not scared. It's extra motivation if he thinks he's going to walk all over me. The more confident he thinks and underestimates me, the better it is for me.
day dawns in Las Vegas, and the entertainment capital of the world pulses with its usual frenetic energy. But Kevin Ross displays his customary fight day calm as he prepares to fight Thai fighter Siddhisak Borsirichai.
I've always been a calm, kind of mellow person. I don't really stress out too much about fights. It's just what I do. I don't get really nervous. I don't think about it too much.
In Las Vegas, the time for Kevin Ross to fight has arrived.
That's just the best day in the world for me is fight day. And being there, seeing the fans, you know, talking to people or just hanging out in the back, you know, it's just, that's like my favorite time.
My boy, Huggy Bear.
I want to entertain people. You know, I want to give as opposed to them giving to me. You know what I mean? I want to put on a good show. I'll kill myself in the ring to put on a good show for people.
In the ring, Muay Thai fighters punch with such violent force that they risk breaking bones in their own hands. The age-old Muay Thai ceremony of hand wrapping helps protect against this. To ensure that no illegal techniques are used, as was discovered recently when boxer Antonio Margarito was found to have a block wrapped to his hand, an official from the Nevada State Athletic Commission closely observes the process.
Half hour before a fight, I mean, that's when you're getting warmed up for the fight, and you know everything is you're clicking over. You're getting focused on that. You know, it's building up to that point when you're about to go walk out and fight.
Coming off a successful fight against U.S.-based Thai hero Malaipet Sasapra, Kevin has reached a stage in his career where he's outgrown local competition.
ก็เรามีสิทธิ์ชนะเยอะเที่ยวที่แล้วผมมีสิทธิ์ชนะ 100% น่ะออกไปแต่เที่ยวนี้ 80% เพราะมวยฝีมือชกยากเพราะเขาเก่งกว่ามาลัยเพชรอีกเขาใช้สมองผิวหลบหลีกมีทีบมีเตะตีนหน้ามีอะไรอย่างเงี้ยประมาณนี้เขาใช้สมองเยอะใช้หัวพอมาลัยเพชรนี่ใช้แรงไฟเตอร์พอมาลัยเพชรหมดเราก็ชนะ
I feel so blessed to be doing what I love, and when I'm walking out to a fight, it's just, this is the moment where I'm actually doing what I love. What I love is the fight.
Did you grab him after the fight? Roll mouthpiece.
Do what you do, Kevin.
In Los Angeles, at the other end of his career, Baxter Humby prepares for his own date with destiny coming in September at the Walter Pyramid, where he will face down the one loss that he has never been able to get over, the one fight in which he was denied the opportunity to prove his doubters wrong.
That's the only fear that I have, is that something I can't control inhibits me for a win.
In Hollywood, the story of the underdog triumphing against the odds is a well-worn cliché, the stuff of happy endings on the big screen. But the man who calls himself the one-armed bandit has spent a lifetime embodying that unlikely story, standing up to those who see only his limitations and demonstrating through hard work and sheer will that he can achieve what they claimed was impossible. Today, he prepares to face an opponent who has haunted him, one stronger than any other he has faced. The stakes are high, the risks are real, the odds are long. The question for this unlikely champion is whether he can cap his career with his greatest victory and add a final chapter to his inspiring legend.
By split decision, set aside.
The physical pain a fighter feels after a loss is far greater than the elation experienced after a victory. Though he may be surrounded by supporters and loved ones, a fighter never feels more alone than after a defeat. Friends can no more ease the sense of loss than they could protect him from the strikes he suffered in the ring.
How's he doing, Doc?
I'm good. He's doing okay. Do you want to go by the ambulance or you want to go by...
No. Fire, everything looks so good.
It is said that every fighter has one fight that makes or breaks him. For these fighters, that moment is about to arrive.